Get over here!
Remind the people to be subject to rulers and authorities, to be obedient, to be ready to do whatever is good, to slander no one, to be peaceable and considerate, and always to be gentle toward everyone. At one time we too were foolish, disobedient, deceived, and enslaved by all kinds of passions and pleasures. We lived in malice and envy, being hated and hating one another. But when the kindness and love of God our Savior appeared, He saved us, not because of righteous things we had done, but because of His mercy. He saved us through the washing of rebirth and renewal by the Holy Spirit. The world continues to test me, everybody. In my patience, in my perseverance, in my ability to continue on. Not in the severe sense, mind you. I'm perfectly fine. But if there's one lesson to be learned, is that one must continue and one must fight those urges to give in to the negativity and give in to the hate. Especially when you have the perseverance to finish what you started. Free Proximos Brothers. That is all of the cherubs. So, yeah, I went ahead and looked into the locations again, and I did another sweep. And I was dumb enough to come up here and not check for a hidden wall. So, yeah, that was my bad. But now that we have all the cherubs, we can finally put that mission to rest. So, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 25 of Let's Play I almost said Hollow Knight. Let's Play Blasphemous 2. I'm the Green Scorpion, and in the last episode, we did a lot of roaming around, trying to make sure that we got everything that we could, in regards to the rest of this game in order to try and do 100%. This episode is going to be a continuation of that, and that starts with this. Well, it seems that I haven't found all of the sisters yet. I could have sworn I did, but it seems I might be missing one. So that is going to be a, that seems is going to be a search in and of itself, I'm afraid. So that's going to involve me looking through guides again. So, gosh darn it. Thankfully, I don't think there are as many sisters as there are missing cherubs, so that should not take me as long. But for now, let's go ahead and put the cherub story, or the cherub mission to bed, especially because I believe this will get me another altar piece that I think I need for, to get, which will put me another step towards the true ending of this game. Speaking of which, I just want to give a big shout out to PA2, who is actually one of my homies in the Discord server. He was a patron. I think he still is a patron, actually, now that I think about it. And I gotta talk to this guy first. But yeah, PA2 has been a huge help in helping me get through this game and and he's been guiding me through some of the more cryptic situations of this game, so really, really grateful to him. So, let's not put his help in, let's not let his help be in vain, and let's go ahead and finish up this 100% run. 100% in quotations, because...
de inflexible voluntad. Mis hermanos y yo os estamos agradecidos. Mirad cómo se elevan, como si el peso de sus cuerpos les hubiera sido arrebatado, y con él sus pesares. El camino ahora está completado. Lo más alto de este jardín nos espera.
You got it, kid. But yeah, he's been a great help, and I said like I was gonna 100% this game. I don't think I'm gonna go full on 100%, specifically because that's probably like 105% sort of thing. And the rest of that involves getting all of the marks of the predecessor with for Mea Culpa. I'm not too crazy about completing Mea Culpa, especially because we have what we need for that specific ending as well, now that we took out the clones. So I'm gonna go. I think you guys will forgive me if I decide to like not do that, because I've already, like, gone through this game far more than I could have ever expected. 4 marks of martyrdom, and we have a giant rattle. A giant rattle, an oversized toy from a pure, happier time. The guardian of the High Gardens will rejoice in its return. Oh, so I gotta give it back to him. Also, what's here? Aha! I had a feeling. I saw that little hidden alcove. Gregal. That is an altarpiece, I think. Collection of figurines. Gregal. That is Jalok. That's Cierzo. Gregal. Automatically regenerates fur. Really? Ooh, okay. The Heart Above, second verse. When the child, after such an exhausting ordeal, finally reached the city, he felt his hopes crumbling to dust, for there he was greeted only by misery and desolation, by faces withered by pain and loss, starving bodies crawling down the street and grieving souls that wept in near silence. The city was but a haven for the lost, a ruined maze where only hellish suffering could be found. Filled by despair, the child's eyes searched the sky in sorrow. There, just above the city, hovered a vast cloud, thicker than any other, dyed in pinks and orange shades by the twilight sun that was about to hide behind the distant mountains. Enraptured by the beauty of such vision, he observed as that the shape seemingly molded itself into a heart of colossal proportions. Alright. So that, I believe, is also a mark, something we need for, the final, ending of this. But first, let's go ahead and return this rattle to our dear brother. Man, I wanted to do a whole thing where I went down all the way, but I don't know if there's a spot for that.
Vuestros actos nos llenan de dicha, penitente. Siempre hallaréis hogar en este jardín. A vuestra caridad nos entregamos.
Remembrance of Proximo. Alright. And with that, the Cherub mission is done. So, let's head back to the city, and I believe that this remembrance we have to give to the carpenter's daughter. So let's do that right now.
A vuestro servicio estoy, penitente.
Hand over memento, remembrance of Proximo. Bring every remembrance to an artisan and turn them into figures.
He labrado una nueva pieza para vuestro retablo. Tomad.
Gracias. Alright, so altarpiece of favors, okay.
El milagro os guarde, penitente.
So that's pretty much it for that. So, Proximo. Where might you be? There you are. Proximo. Damages nearby enemies after suffering an attack. Oh, a martyr state. Alright. Neat. I think I'll stick with what I got so far right now. But, for the time being, we have a couple of side missions that we need to do. While I'm at it, though, I'm definitely going to address the verse I had at the beginning. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead real quick and mark down where the heck I need to go in order to find the last sisters that need to be found. So, be right back, guys. Found it! Okay, so I need to do this. Yup, there she is. Find all of the hidden cobijadas. Alright, yeah, that's it. She's the last one. So, that ended up being a little bit easier than I expected. So, let's head back to the city. Now we can finally put that to rest. Alright, making good progress so far. Because, like, the sisters aren't the only thing that I want to do today. There's a couple of side missions I also want to tackle, and it's going to involve a little more searching around, unfortunately, so you guys are going to have to be patient with me on this episode. It's going to be a bit of a, going back and forth sort of, like, time today, just like last episode. Hopefully the next episode will be, like, where I finally put things to bed. But, here we go.
Tributo para honrar. Para honrar.
Sure, I got plenty. Cobijada Mayor.
Hermanas, agradecidas. Siempre. Viaje. Muy lejos. Muy lejos.
Bendiciones a ti y tu familia, hermana. Muchas gracias. Let's see what we got. I believe that means we got... We haven't gotten every single figure. We're missing... We're missing 2. And I think I know what those 2 are. But, where are you? You're here somewhere. No, that's the sisters. Here you are. Cobijada Mayor. Automatically reject... Really? Oh, that's huge. Cobijada Mayor. Go now, my sisters. Let the miracle lead you to the darkest corners of this forsaken land, as only in there will you find the greatest secrets. Well, I guess that explains how they got, how they got lost in the first place. But that pretty much solves that issue. Now then, 2 more side quests we need to complete before we truly put this game to bed. One of them involves the lullaby. We still haven't gotten all of the pieces of the lullaby yet. In fact, I have them in key items, I believe. Yeah, the unfinished lullaby we still have yet to find all the pieces for. The other is this, the cursed letter. Page 1 of the Letter of the Nameless One, which we have already read. It's just a matter of finding the rest of those and finding the rest of these. From the look of it, I only have, 1 of each. So this is going to involve a little bit of, backtracking and exploration once again. I will mark down where I need to go to find these gosh darn things. So, give me a little bit of a second here, guys. I will be right back. Wow, I'm quite surprised I missed this one. There it is, the lullaby of the White Siren? Lullaby of... Oh my god. Lullaby of the White Shore. Lullaby written by a mother intended to soothe the cries of the innocent one. Sleep, my child, sleep. Don't cry, my voice sings to you. My girl was running along the clear shore, under black leaves, under long branches. What did you see, my child, in the reflection of the water? What took away your laughter? Who stole your soul? Dream, child, your silver dream, for I will watch over you until the dawn breaks. Sleep, my child, sleep. Don't cry loud, my voice sings to you. And I believe with this, we can head back to that lady in that one area and complete this mission that way. So, where was she again? I believe that's her right there where I have the question mark. So what's this gonna lead to?
Nana, mi niña, Nana. No llores alto, que mi voz te canta. Mi niña corría por la orilla clara, bajo negras hojas, bajo largas ramas. ¿Qué viste, niña mía, en el reflejo del agua? ¿Qué se llevó tu risa? ¿Quién te robó el alma? Duerme, niña, tu sueño de plata, que yo te velaré hasta que rompa el alba. Nana, mi niña, Nana, no llores fuerte, que mi voz te canta.
Oh. Is this a whole thing? Oh, what do we have here? Huh. Uh-oh. Wasn't expecting this. Alright, looks like we got a bit of a gauntlet to go through. Okay, I'm down with this. I was kind of hoping for a little action, honestly. The good news is that we have enough power to be able to deal with this just fine. Oh, but it's getting faster. I'd better move. Alright, we got this. We got this. Oh, hey, it's you again. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and get out of here. Aha! Okay, so, Benedicto's coming in clutch, huh? I almost forgot to do the dash. That was close. Oh, wow. This is neat. Okay, we got this. Oof. Alright, come on, Benedicto. Okay. That was neat. That was good. First try, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wow. Diento to your thorned hairs. Oh? Oh, we got a... It's a chant. Summon the presence of the Thorned Dame, which protects the penitent one from all evil for a short period. I'll have to really test that one out later. I don't really see any sort of difference. But for now, I believe that pretty much puts that, I think that pretty much puts that to bed, doesn't it? Let me look at my key items. Yeah, it's not there anymore. Okay, so, on that note, I believe the last thing that we want to do today is this cursed letter. So, I am going to look into that next, everybody, so give me a second, and I will be right back. The first step of the one who seeks redemption lies in performing an act of humility. For this, thou must seek out the largest looking glass, prostrate thyself before thine reflection, look thyself in the eye, and beg forgiveness. So... there it is. Okay. that one's definitely cryptic, but interesting. So, we open this one. And seeking some quiet corner in which to reflect upon my sins, I stumbled across a seemingly abandoned, ancient, and sacred place. Within it, a great pit lay before me, over which I stood until a sudden breeze, emanating from the dark void, startled me. This gust of wind that bore aloft delicate violet petals forewarned the coming of a terrible scream, a horrifying wail that chilled my skin and paralyzed my very being. What tortured soul could scream in such a way? Okay, so, that is going to involve another little puzzle, I think. So, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what that's all about. But that's another step towards that side quest, so be back in a bit, guys. That is very interesting. Kinda sorta just waiting for that to happen. Because, like, there's no real prompt until you get the letter. It's so weird. So, yeah. what was it? The gust of wind that bore aloft delicate violet petals forewarned the coming of a terrible scream, a horrifying wail that chilled my spine and paralyzed my very being. Yeah, it was talking about this, pit, apparently, that leads down to, Profundo Lamento. So, we just had to kind of just stand here listening to it, I guess. Very cryptic, but fun nonetheless. I wandered lost in despair through the lugubrious place in which the air seemed not to move. Eventually, I stumbled across an old bell, lying broken on the ground. I immediately know where this is. Next to one of the many walls I had encountered on my travels. Walls that threatened there would be no way out of this place. Born of frustration, my stick dealt them many a blow. I do not know how it happened, but those dull sounds that once would have been music to my ears suddenly made me feel more awake, more alive and attentive, and I was able to discern a passageway behind a shadow of a bell, a way out at last. That's the one. That was the bell that I was referring to back in the Mother of Mothers, which is right down there. I'm not going to go ahead and skip ahead because now I know. Now I know that that is the one. So, let's go ahead to the Mother of Mothers from here on out and see what happens when I go down there. Let's go ahead. Yeah, right here. So, I hope everyone has been doing good so far. I might as well go ahead and, like, talk a little bit here because I know a lot of this has just been skipping around, getting shit done, making sure that I do what I need to do in order to get 100%. But, genuinely, I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone is having a nice, holiday season. It is almost Christmas. Oh, excuse me, gas. It's almost Christmas, and, so far, like, things around, like, in my area have been pretty good. Thanksgiving was really nice. I technically had 2 Thanksgivings because, like, Amber and I had a really, really nice, dinner together, when I had a bit of a half day from work on Thanksgiving Day. Still had to go to work, but, you know, that's just how TV is. And then I had a nice dinner with the in-laws, on, Thanksgiving Day, so Thanksgiving was great. December's going pretty good so far, and, hey, fun fact, it's, actually Amber's birthday, on the day that, this is being uploaded, so just gonna go ahead and say, happy birthday, Amber, love you. Everyone in the comments say happy birthday to Amber, or else I will come after you. No, don't, not actually, but, yeah. There it is. I think I had to strike the wall. And there's the other sealed envelope. Yep, nothing here. God, I still love this music. So, sealed envelope, page 4. That decrepit and gnarled old man then looked up from the ground and blurted out, "If once thou hast passed beneath its skull, a fleshless relic that still scrutinizes all with its last living eye like a grim cyclops, thou must do so twice more." Okay, so this might take a little bit of figuring out, but oh, reveal the entire base. Oh, I revealed the entirety of the of the game's map. I just got to figure out how to do this little bit so I can get maybe, like, there's a couple of things that I still missing. That little bit here in the Labyrinth of Tides. And I know there's, yeah, this little bit here in the Icebound Mausoleum. Did I really get the entire map? Holy crap. You know, considering that it's just those 2 that are left to, like, reveal, it seems, based on what I'm seeing on the map, maybe I will go out of my way to, like, try to find my way, like, around that. We'll see how I feel by the end of this episode. Anyway, I'm gonna go find this skull. So, 1, 2, 3? That is, I don't know why, but just, like, doing the most, like, unassuming thing, and then actually that, like, that slight delay until you get the envelope is, like, just kind of really funny to me. So, my redemption, my forgiveness, all is useless. This pilgrimage without end no longer matters. The sacrifices, the prayers, the supplications are of no account. Now I understand. The miracle will not listen to one such as I, for I am nothing. If I cannot obtain forgiveness, then only death awaits me. The one that lies at the bottom of this towering cliff. The curse will soon be over, for nothing of my being will remain. The cool sea breeze will comfort me and give me the strength to finally end it. Farewell. That tells me, didn't mean to do that, that tells me that I need to go to the Sea of Ink. Alright, let's see how that pans out. I will be right back, guys. So, considering the very blatant dark themes of this game, and understanding that, you know, everyone has, you know, their triggers, their sort of like, maybe kind of sort of discomforts, I hope you all understand that by watching this, you're not entirely uncomfortable with the hard conversations of, like, you know, death and, like, you know, difficult issues, and in this case, suicide, because that's... We're standing here on a cliffside, staring out at the ocean, and I'm realizing that the last bit of that cursed letter was basically talking about the dude... Yeah, no, he basically jumped himself off here and went ahead and put himself out of his misery. What a way to go. While we're here, though, it's been a bit of a, like, back and forth episode today. But seeing as we're here, just kind of, like, listening to the breeze, maybe I'll put on, like, a bit of a song here right now. I do want to take the opportunity to go ahead and address what I wanted to talk about today while we are here standing on this cliffside and just kind of taking in the moment. So, that verse that I put at the beginning of the episode, the one from Titus, talking about being obedient, listening to your superiors, but also just the bit about doing what is good, being peaceable, being considerate, being nice, and not giving into hatred, doing the things that would be considered hateful. Especially because at the end of the day, such actions can be seen as foolish, they can be seen as envious, they can be seen as ridiculous, idiotic, asinine. Because let me tell y'all, I've been dealing with a little bit of a mental stint as of late, and a lot of it has to do with having to witness just how hateful people can be. Both in very, very serious matters, and those that really are not so serious when you really get down to it. It's no secret that I work for the news, so I am witness to a lot of hatred that goes on within our general human race. People killing each other over the stupidest things, cutting them off on the road. Road rage is a thing. They had relationship issues and thus resorted to killing each other, or just showing just how cruel the human race can be. Now, I am not going to pretend like witnessing that every single day hasn't done a serious amount of damage to my mental well-being. And I'm working on it. This is why I go to therapy, and I am taking steps to maybe remedy that in my life. Because I want to take care of myself. I want to be able to take care of myself, my friends, my family, my wife, my dog. But more importantly, I want to be happy. And part of that, I think, is understanding and accepting the fact that people can be stupid. These past few months have been a very, very interesting showcase of just how low people can be when it comes to their opinions and their thought processes. And I'm not just talking about, you know, difference of opinions, whether it's political or, like, you know, how you feel about the LGBT community or things like that, but just stupid shit too. Like, oh, you don't like this, you like this game that I hate? Well, then I hate you. Let's be real. The gaming community lately has been pretty disgusting, if I may be so bold in saying. Because it annoys me. Personally, it annoys me. Knowing that people will go so far out of their way to find something, anything, as an excuse to basically just hate on something. And not just on something, on someone. My heart goes out to, like, guys like, or people like Iron Mouse, who had to deal with such a visceral amount of backlash just because she decided to congratulate the person that took victory over her at the awards or something like that. Why? Why spew hate towards someone who is so genuinely nice, who took the loss with grace? Like, why is it that we're throwing shade over stupid things like video games? You know? It's like, oh, these windows in, like, Pokemon ZA are just plastered on. This game is ruined. I mean, if that's your prerogative, that's fine and everything. Don't tell others how to feel about the game. There are people who genuinely like Pokemon ZA. There are people who genuinely like Metroid. There are people who genuinely liked probably the worst game that came out this year. Like, people liked, I don't know, what's a bad game that I can think of right now? Yooka-Laylee. There are people out there who like Yooka-Laylee. I don't. But I'm not gonna give someone shit just because they think it's the best game since the best thing since sliced bread. Why are we throwing around so much shade? Why are we throwing around so much hate, especially over things that are so unbelievably stupid? Now, I understand that this is just the minority, because the internet is a bubble, and if you want genuine opinions, the worst place you can go to is the internet. But that minority is so unbelievably loud that it's hard to ignore. But I guess for me personally, it's just kind of sad to see just how damaged people can be when they have to get their chops from making people feel horrible. What's the point? What kind of living is that? What kind of life are you living where you get satisfaction over throwing around so much hate to the point where it's become a drug? Hatred, negativity, spewing out things out of spite, out of envy, is such an unbelievably damaging drug that anyone who clings to that and find satisfaction in going on the internet or like just anywhere in general and bringing other people down just to satisfy their own twisted sense of self-satisfaction is sad. Absolutely terrible to me. And I'm going to make it no secret in saying that a lot of that has been the true nature of man for a while. It's just gotten louder lately. Whether it's the advancement of the internet, whether it's people wishing to hold on to certain higher standards, or maybe it's just the fact that people are saying the quiet thing out loud now. But not out of criticism, not out of genuine care, because there is a point where, yeah, you might hurt someone's feelings, but if it's genuine criticism, if it's genuine concern, if you're telling someone something that they don't like out of care or a wish for improvement or to make them known about something that might be wrong, that's one thing. If you're out to get people just because you want them to make them feel like shit, I genuinely pity you. And I think this is kind of me right now, sort of just airing that out. Because I'm not gonna lie, guys, me just kind of like sitting here, talking into the mic, looking at this beautiful scenery in a game that I so unbelievably adore. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I guess it's therapy for me to be able to say this shit out loud. I want people to be better. I want my community to be better. I genuinely want so many people to understand that spewing out so much of this negativity, so much hate, carelessly, is so unbelievably damaging, not just to themselves, but to everyone else. And if you're basically saying, well, I don't care about myself, as long as other people get hurt, that's fine by me, then you need help. You genuinely do. And may God have mercy on your soul. I am so unbelievably tired of having to witness just how much people suck. And again, it is the minority. It is genuinely the minority. It's just a very loud minority. As a media student in college, one of the first lessons that they ever taught us is that the media thrives on negativity. Because negativity, bad news, things like that, it's interesting. It sparks genuine conversation, and people love drama. That's why we watch dramas and shit. But it's just so sad to me that people will stoop so low over the smallest and most insignificant shit. You know? Especially, like, maybe this is just me, like, kind of, like, sort of airing out my frustrations, but Contrarians, you guys suck. You really do. Like, oh, like, you think Claire Obscure Expedition 33 doesn't deserve the Game Awards? Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Oh, you think I'm the worst person in the world for thinking that it totally deserved Game of the Year? I mean, sure, that's fine. I don't care. But at the same time, like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Anyway, this is why I do my best to sort of live as an example, you know? Because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm the greatest person in the world. I'm not. I've made mistakes in my life. I've messed up. I've done shit that I regret. I want to get better. I still believe, even nowadays, that I genuinely have room for so much improvement in so many areas. I never want to stop striving to be better. And part of that is acknowledging that there are some areas in which, you know, I messed up. And some areas in which, for all I know, I could be totally wrong. Like, I'm doing this entire series, Blasphemous 2, being able to read Bible verses to you guys and to give you guys perspective of someone who is a Christian, who has read the Bible, who does believe in God, who genuinely finds the teachings of God to be valuable to me as a person, and I use that as a fulcrum on how I live my life and how I wish to treat others and how I wish for them to treat me. Whether God is real or not, whether heaven is real or not, whether any of the shit in the Bible is real or not, that is a risk that I am personally willing to take because whether I am wrong or whether I am right, whether a God exists, I genuinely believe that there is value in looking through that book and coming to your own conclusion as to how you want to go about things. And make no mistake, the Bible, at surface level, can get pretty cryptic. But when you really, really look into it and understand maybe things are not as deep as they may seem, or maybe they're a little bit deeper than, like, you know, the surface level tells you, a lot of that has to do with your own interpretation and what you get out of it. And I think that's the most valuable thing that I want to, like, really, really give you guys, is that sense of coming to your own sense, but also understanding that some things are not as gray as we like to make it out to be, but there's also not the world is complicated. Morality is complicated. But the clearest things in the Bible are things that we genuinely should take into account on a daily basis, and it is something that I genuinely believe should be followed as a sort of like guide or fulcrum as to how people should behave. Like, I think we can all get behind the idea of do not steal, do not murder, do not covet, do not lie. Like, honor your father and mother, which doesn't necessarily always mean that you should, like, obey them no matter what. Like, honor your father and mother means that, like, doesn't mean obey them and, like, follow their orders, like, no matter what. Honor is based, like, at least as far as I'm concerned, like, has to do with honoring them, acknowledging the fact that these are the people that gave you life, but also having that wisdom to know when it's warranted to follow the wisdom of your parents. And for all we know, people out there who have parents that are pieces of shit, like, I feel for you. And I hope God has blessed you with parental figures or, like, guardianships in your life to help you get through the difficult times in life. Or for all you know, maybe you found genuine guidance in God himself and you managed to get through on your own 2 feet. The point is that more than anything, if there's anything that I want anyone to take away from the Bible, it is that tried and true golden rule, to treat others the way you want to be treated. And just to have respect. Have the respect, have the love, have the patience, and have the wisdom to understand that, hey, we may not get along with everyone, but just because you may not like this person does not give you the right or the excuse to go after them and spew hatred and try to satisfy your own twisted ego by putting others down. Anyone whose ego is planted on the foundation of the suffering of others needs a reality check. And you need, and they need help. That is the honest to God truth. And I hope, more than anything, pray to God that we, as a community, as people, as human beings, can come to the understanding that the sooner we learn to treat others with respect, to understand that not everyone is out to get us, and that we're not out to get them, that we come to the understanding that, hey, we're all a bunch of, like, blobs of flesh with sentience living on this goddamn rock together, and there's nothing we can do about it. We might as well make the most of it. We're all stuck here on this planet together. Let's not take that for granted. If we're going to be stuck with each other, we might as well get along. And if we don't get along, then hey, turn around and don't acknowledge each other and just go about and focus on making yourselves happy. That is ultimately what I want people to get out of this series. Is to understand that just because you may not agree, just because you may not fully understand each other, just because you guys may not agree with me, who believes in God, who believes in the Bible, who believes in the teachings of the Bible and uses that as a means to determine how I live my life, does not mean that you have to do the same. As long as we understand that you have your ways, I have mine, and if you wish to hear about how I go about it and you can take some sort of like value or some sort of lesson or some sort of understanding out of everything that I have to show, and it helps you to shape your own lives, that is more than I could ask. At the end of the day, whether you adhere what I have to tell you guys or whether I adhere to what you guys have to teach me, that is ultimately up to us, up to the individual. So long as we understand, so long as we respect, and so long as we acknowledge that we're here together. And I hope, I pray, that the sooner we as a community understand that, the better things will get. And I hold on to the hope, however small it may be, that one of these days we as a community, as a people, will be able to come together and truly, truly embody that. When it will happen, I don't know. Could happen 10 years from now, could happen 100 years from now, who knows, it may never happen. But it could. It could happen. And that's what I'm hoping for. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for everything. And thank you for the life that you have granted me. Hardships and blessings and all. Amen. Let's go. So, what do we got? Seguiría to the memory of your eyes. Halts the passage of time for a few seconds. Chant that severs both essence and memory, freezing the very air in perpetuity. Okay, sorry, that looked like a V for a moment. Alright, back to happy, back to, like, little bit of spirited, and now I'm wondering if that's like everything that we could do, because oh goodness, we did a lot this playthrough. So yeah, that pretty much sums everything up, doesn't it? The question is, do I want to try and like figure out how to do this or that? Or what's the last one? Over here. Tell you what, guys. Let's go ahead and end this off on one final note by completing the map. So, we're going to have a couple of more skip-aheads. But hopefully this shouldn't take long. I believe this is going to be the last thing that we're going to do today. And thank you guys. For those who listened, for those who adhered to what I had to say, genuinely, thank you for, you know, acknowledging and coming to the understanding of what I have to say. Or maybe you're still coming to grips with it, who knows? Like, honestly, I'm just happy that you guys are willing to listen. I've been very, very genuinely thankful for the fact that you guys are, you know, willing to hear me out on such things. I need mea culpa. Okay, yep, we got a new challenge here. Neat. Let's keep it going. More marks of the Preceptor? Yup. Beautiful. Alright, so that pretty much reveals that. Now the question is, how do I reveal the map down here in the Labyrinth of the Tides? I'm gonna go ahead and do a skip ahead, guys, so be back in a bit. Okay, I remember this. I think I was the idiot and didn't realize that I was supposed to swipe up on this part, because I think this opens up this. And then this leads over here, which goes to another challenge. So, here we go. This should not be too difficult. I say as soon as I fail it. Gosh darn it. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's not lose it, Oscar. I know we just went on an existential therapy session for yourself, airing out your own frustrations, but let's not lose focus here. Oh no! I fucked up. Gosh darn it. Okay, one more time. One more time. Okay, I almost screwed that up, but... Ah, gosh darn it. Okay, so, like, the problem right now is that I'm so used to the controls of Hollow Knight Silksong that I may be a little bit out of focus when it comes to, like, the platforming challenges of this game, but I got it this time. Okay, here we go. So, another Mark of the Preceptor, and that tackles that. So now it's a matter of figuring out how to get down there, and I think it has to do with what's down there. So give me a little bit more, guys. I'll be right back. You know, I'm surprised I never actually, like, did this, because that seems pretty obvious in retrospect. Anyway, let's take a quick flask before we do this, and here we go. Okay, gotta wait for it to... There we go. Got it. Oh. Okay, now we're cooking. And that opens that up. Where is this leading us? Yeah, this is a completely new area. So... get out of here. Alright, progress is being made, baby. There we go. And that's another mark of the Preceptor. Now that should be it, right? Is that 100% of the map? 99% of the map. Which... oh gosh, what bit am I missing? Oh no. What part of the... oh, you know what? It might be up there, actually. That might be the entire map, maybe? I can't tell. I genuinely cannot tell. There's got to be one last bit of the map that... oh... I'll be right back. How in the hell did I miss this? It's still 99, though. Ugh, what am I missing? Where is that last bit? Okay, so here's the thing. I got the last bit of the map, of the main map, because I got that one. Oh. Okay, so I can actually go there very easily right now. So if I do travel between Purdue, like, I suddenly have this obsession to complete the map now that I'm, like, so close. Like, it's always that thing, right? Where it's like, you're so close to finishing something that you genuinely just gonna want to go ahead and, like... it's like, well, I'm already here. I might as well go ahead and finish it, you know? Ugh. Always that sort of feeling, isn't it? But you know what? I think I'm doing pretty good for that sort of thing, all things considered. So, I will take it. Although... oh, I see. So if I go in here... and it should be up there. I'm going to assume I need mea culpa for this. As a matter of fact, yes. Okay. Is this going to be it? Please tell me this is the last I need. Here I thought I was not gonna need, I was not gonna do the marks of the Preceptor anymore, and yet here I am. Genuinely, though, these platforming, like, challenges are actually really cool. I say as I just ate shit. Alright, mea culpa, here we go. Okay, don't get hit by that. Here we go. Oh, what? Oh, what? What was that? That's okay. We got this. Ooh, careful. Okay, here we go. I know this challenge. Oh, and we gotta switch between okay, so switch twice. Yes! And then switch back to Mea Culpa for this. Lovely. Up swipe. And that's the, that's another mark of the Preceptor. That's still not it! What in the hell am I still missing? Oh, gosh, this is gonna drive me nuts! What am I still missing? Genuinely, what am I still missing? Okay. I am reaching the point where I might be feeling a little bit tired, because I've been at this for, like, almost 2 hours at this point. So, yeah. It's going to be a genuine... Okay, no, that's not it. That goes to... Those are the, like, markers that go to, like, the different spots where the crow lands. So, yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of, like, what am I still missing of this map? Is it the last bit? Like, the final boss? Like, do I have to go to the final boss to get, like, the 100% on this map? Or is there am I still missing something for Mea Culpa over here, is what I want to know. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and, like, call it there for now, because one, I'm stumped, and two, I think I've done quite enough for today. Before we head out, let's do a quick look at Mea Culpa. And in fact, let's do a quick look at all of our weapons, honestly, because, like, do I have enough to, like, unlock everything? We have 8? No, I don't have enough. Well, okay. It seems like Sarmiento and Centella are the last ones that I need in order to like, yeah, Sarmiento and Centella is the last one that I need to, like, upgrade. Oh, and I'm missing 2 marks of the Preceptor for Mea Culpa. So yeah, I'm still missing just a tiny bit from fully genuinely completing this game. The problem is I have no idea where to find more of these marks of martyrdom, and I need 2 more marks of the Preceptor. So I'm gonna go ahead and defer to you guys. Does anyone in the comments, or anyone who's played this game, know where I can find those last bits? Because, again, I am so close. I got 99% on that map, and I'm wondering if, like, maybe that has to do with, like, me just going up to the final boss and, like, finally finishing this game. But other than that, yeah, I think I pretty much handled everything that I could. Oh, one more thing that I would like you guys to help me out with. I'm still missing 2 altar pieces. That one and this one. So, I would like you guys in the comments to let me know. What am I still missing? What do I still need to do to fully 100% this game? And from there, we will go ahead and finish this game and finally put it to bed. Just gonna say right now, this has been a fantastic journey. And thank you all for your patience in regards to me getting these videos out, because this has been a challenging Let's Play to do because of, like, trying to actually genuinely find the time to actually, like, sit down and record episodes. But thank you guys so much for all the support, all of your viewership, and just genuinely being really, really cool about this. I don't get a lot of opportunities to really talk about my faith and being able to try and, like, help people have a better perspective on Christianity and God and the Bible. And you guys in the comments have been genuinely amazing throughout this entire series. Thank you guys so much. On that note, I'm the Green Scorpion. Thank you guys for joining us for today's episode of Let's Play Blasphemous 2. In the next episode, depending on what you guys tell me in the comments, we're going to go ahead and finish up all the last bits of this game and what we can do. And from there, we'll finally put this game to rest. Muchas gracias. Que Dios le bendiga. See you next time.